Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Enough channel. In this video, we're going to review Week 7 of the 2025-26 NBA Supercoach season, as well as preview Week 8. So, bit of a break at the moment in terms of Supercoach for the NBA Cup, the in-season tournament that they have. So, yeah, I guess sort of worked well for me with not being around the last couple of weeks. And yeah, so we'll have a look at week 7, which was a little while ago. But 984 for me was a little bit disappointing. I went high risk and didn't get the high reward, unfortunately. So did drop quite a few spots in the overall, which is again disappointing. But still in the top 10%. So as someone who's not a massive NBA guy, I will absolutely take that. So we'll have a look at the team and how they went. So we had Luka Doncic only get a 72 last week, so probably would have thought a bit more. I thought he had 3 games, but went up in cash, so that's perfectly fine. Has a nice break even as well this week, so no stress there. VJ Edgecombe with 68 was quite good, and Spencer with 71 was one of our trade-ins from memory. So that was a really nice get. Lots of cash, nice negative break even, happy days. Excuse me. At shooting guard, Cade Cunningham with a 129 was fantastic. Con with a 62 was good. Larson, he's not doing much, so we try to move him on this week. Jokic is captain, 170, nice and easy. Jay Huff with an 82 was good this week as well. We do have the option of bringing him into our flex, but I guess we just need to consider our moves this week. Scotty Barnes with a 117 continues his nice run. Ace Bailey with a 45 was outscored by Wells, so wrong call there. And then I guess the big sort of pod play was to bring back Giannis. Looks like he's got himself re-injured, and I just realised I haven't got my injury list up yet. Injuries. It doesn't say here. I'll just go in and get it. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. Pop-ups everywhere on the screen. There we go. Cooper Flagg was good though with a 91. So I know a few people starting to trade him out, but I think he's continued to be a hold. Jalen Williams, just that slow burn up to 7 mil. He's halfway there, so we'll leave that be. And Zach Edey with the 60 this week, so obviously could have had half, get an extra 22 points. So in terms of the head-to-head stuff, so in the first league was well beaten by Sam's team, VJ, my goat, with an 11.97, which is a massive score. So Jalen Johnson with a 128, very popular pick, and think he will be this week as well. Donovan Mitchell with a 119, so I think we traded him out a little while ago, but he went well. Rollins with a 77, another one we've had previously that went well. Hart with a 98 in the flex. Danny Abdia with a 129. Josh Giddey with a 98. So I guess, we chop up Giannis into a couple of these sort of 14 million options, between Giannis and a cheapie, then we could have probably done all right there too. But top score in the league, there's a couple up there, but it looks like a 12-13 for Shane's team, Reno's Rockets. So he had Cade Cunningham. Karl Anthony Towns was good with a 105. Maxey with a 124. Derek Queen, so he was the one we traded out for Giannis, so that hurts a lot that he scored a 111. And looks like he's a great option to hold for the medium term. Mathurin with a 80 as well, so great scores across the board there, Shano. Well done, legend. In the second league, did manage to squeak a win over Giddy Up Cowpokes, Mark's team. So not the worst team on paper either, looking through it. He had Rollins, had Giannis as captain, that probably hurt. Not having Jokic as well is a bold move. Thompson with a 97 was good. Josh Giddey, Markkinen. So there is some good players there, but I think you have to have Jokic. It's an absolute cheat code. It looks like in this league, top scorer was Shoab, so a couple of the OG legends of the Supercoach Enough channel doing well this week. So he had Cade, Tyron Maxey, Scotty Barnes, Cooper Flag, Doncic. Um, so Kevin Porter Jr. with a 134 was massive. Bazelis with a 92, and Edwards with a 116 as well. So some great scoring there. Shoab, good stuff. Um, have a look at the overall league, see if there's anyone else that's killed it this week. So 1235 for Liam, who's always up there and about overall. Just scroll past a couple. So 1223 for Vanessa's pretty close. So it looks like Liam's got it with his 1235. So Jalen Johnson, Towns, Hart, Queen, Edwards. So his lowest score was a 91 from Cooper Flag. That is pretty sick. And then had Tyson and Ryan Nembard on the bench. So not only getting the points, but cleaning up in the cash as well. Well done, Liam. Another regular contributor to the channel. Let's have a look at some other players that went well this week. So Jamal Murray, number 2, behind Jerkic with 140 this week. So very interesting pod. Well done to the 1.4% who own him. Kevin Porter Jr. at his price, I think he is almost a must bring in, particularly if Giannis is going to be out for a while. Avdia, well done to those that got on him. He scored well. Jalen Johnson's got 3 games this week, so good stuff there. Trey Murphy, mid-pricer. Anthony Davis is more of a premium option, a 120. Nick Claxton, the centre at the Nets with a 118. Superpod at 0.2%. Another Porter Jr., this time Michael, 116. Derek Queen, as I said, nice at his price. Tyson did well too. Jordan Walsh, 99. Was a nice get there for 4% at 6 mil, or was 5.5 mil. Nembard we've already seen of the Ryan variety, but Andrew as well with a 98. So matching scores there is interesting. Fantastic. All right, in terms of break even, so Ryan Nembard actually number 1 with a negative 50. Kevin Porter Jr. negative 42. So I think these two will be highly targeted. Obviously, Nembard's tricky with just point guard only. So especially if you've got a Doncic, you've got an SGA already, you might be struggling in terms of fitting all 3 in. Who else? Pat Spencer, 37, nice and cheap. So the 2 Memphis guys going well, definite holds. Derek Queen's reset his break even. So as I said, well done if you held. Even considering bringing him in this week again, such is the value on offer there. Renault to be an interesting one with 3 games this week. Might have to see how Sabonis is looking. Clayton Jr., cheap option who scored 63 this week, but averaging 9 for the season, so not a fan of that. Nothing else sort of jumps out. Filipowski's been one in the past, but averaging 15 is probably a pot option. But I think that might be about it. So, in terms of trades this week, I think with the couple of nice cheapies on offer in terms of break even, I think we're going to look at activating a boost and going for 4 trades this week. So the first trade we're going to look at is Giannis out, and we'll go by points this week. It's probably the easiest way to find him. We'll go back to Derek Queen. This frees up a whole heap of money. Basically, take Larson out. We can swing Wells back, and we can get ourselves Jalen Johnson on the three gamer this week. So those two trades are nice. And then after that, if we go to break evens, so I think we do want to get Nembard and Kevin Porter Jr. in. Obviously, Kevin Porter Jr. has the scoring upside as well. That's what we had to do, is look at the injuries. So Giannis is out till at least New Year. So yeah, I think Kevin Porter Jr. is a great pick. I did want to have a look at the Kings as well. So Sabonis might be back this week. So he's going to be reevaluated sometime this week. So probably not back. Would be the suggestion there. So I guess you could go Reynard as a cheapie as well. And we might have to as well, depending on if we can fit Nembard in or not. Actually, I might have a look at who's out for Dallas. What's his upside like? So probably D'Lo out was probably helpful there. So I guess the thing with looking at a Reynaud, for example, slightly lower break even, but at the same time, we don't necessarily need him to play. I think just looking at our sort of current position in terms of forwards and obviously centre. So I think it's a case of we just need to work out who needs to come out in terms of break even. Um, so Luca is obviously a keeper. Cade's pretty much a keeper. So Edgecombe with a 15 break even, still got some cash to make. Con with a 33 break even, so potentially got some cash, but he's up there. Wells with a negative 30's got money to make. Ace Bailey break even at 21, but isn't projected high. So if we have the ability to shuffle, we could probably shuffle Wells forward again. That's an option. Cooper Flag we could keep. Jalen Williams isn't doing much, so perhaps we could get rid of him as well. So if we have a look at the money side of things, because we do have to get to 12.8 mil, so we couldn't just do Bailey and Williams because that would leave us a bit short. Plus, also, I don't think we've got. Well, we do have two small forwards that could come forward, but I think that's sort of out of the price range. Um, I guess with the money he's got on his head, Con is the obvious one to trade out. Break even at 33. Um, what's Charlotte's fixture like? So 2-2 moving forward, although there is some discrepancy here because I noticed Jalen Johnson, for example, has got 3 this week. So not exactly sure how Yahoo's setting up the NBA Cup stuff, but we'll just take it as what it is here. So, Charlotte don't have the best fixture moving forward for the next couple of weeks anyway. So I think we can comfortably trade Con out. And then if we wanted to do Nembard, so we could do the 3 trades and save. But what I'm thinking is we do want to make some cash. So I think Williams can go. He's not going to make any cash in a hurry. And then there's 2 options. We could look at, as I said, Reynaud as a straight swap. Or what we could do is we could do some dual positioning like that and target Nembard in there. So if we confirm those, I guess we would have to play one of Spencer or Edgecombe this week. It probably doesn't matter which way those guys go. But we're going to make a decision there. They've both got 2 games this week. So obviously Johnson comes in for Wells. Guess if you want to even up the cash a bit, we can swap those 2 so that Flag and Queen sit there. yeah, so I guess the decisions that need to be made is Huff and Edie, who plays in the flex, and then who plays as our second point guard. So let's have a look at projections, just as a rough estimate. So they've got Spencer slightly ahead of Edgecombe there, and then Edie ahead of Huff. Although a lot of that could be based on their price. So um, yeah, so Edie with a break even of 14, we could probably hold this week, and we might be able to use this cash next week potentially. So I think we'll stick with the Memphis guys, Spencer and Edie. See how they go. So captaincy this week. So I guess the question is, do you back Jokic in 2 games over someone like a Johnson or a Barnes? Um, if you go by projections, it's not too far off to be perfectly honest. But yeah, given he's averaging 33, I think you do have to go Johnson. Jokic is the VC, although Barnes could be a usable VC this week. Um, but yeah, so only 2 players on the triple this week, which isn't ideal. But we have prioritised that money making this week over that, and particularly given that this week is only 2 and 3 as opposed to 3 and 4. I don't think there's going to be as much variance in terms of us losing points for that. So my maths may be wrong. I don't know. I'm still a little bit jet lagged from the Japan trip, but that's the theory that I'm going with anyway. So we might wrap the video up there. As always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NBA content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.